One of the milestones we're supposed to achieve in our African Center of Excellence is impact that we make on the community. As we are mandated to encourage the use of technology in learning processes at the higher education level, we hope that this exercise will empower the participant to be able to use technology in their learning endeavors.
National African University of Nigeria's African Center of Excellence on Technology Enhanced Learning trains over 50 African students in IT essentials. Digital literacy is a wide range of skills that are essential for success in both academic and professional spaces. IT training, according to Acetel, is a fundamental skill that empowers individuals, institutions, and organizations to thrive in the digital world age. The NOU's African Center of Excellence on Technology Enhanced Learning is a leading institution dedicated to promoting technology-enhanced learning in Africa. It aims at revolutionizing the educational landscape across the continent through digitalization.
As students, we actually use it for research purposes, and it's important that I understand the basis of a computer I use for myself, so that in case of challenges, I'll know how to fix my computer at less cost, because I'll not need to employ an expert because I'm already an expert in that area. Aside that, I can also help out my colleagues and earn money from it as well.
It's an IT workshop on essential skills on IT. That's where the world is going, especially for Nigerian universities. We need to incorporate this to enhance learning.
I have learned a lot in this training. We really learned on networking and internet. We did some cable connections, twisted cables and straight cables for internet, and it was amazing.
The IT Essentials Training 2024 takes place here at Benue State University Center for Food, Technology and Research, CEFTA. It gives students at CEFTA access to high-quality training on IT essentials to help them stay current with the latest IT trends and practices.
As a Center of Excellence in Agriculture and Food Innovation, we are not jack of all trades. So we felt that we should call the experts to also share their experience with us by training some of our people on IT essentials. And the good thing is that they are in partnership with Cisco, which is a globally recognized IT organization. So this group of persons that are being trained today will take home a certificate from Cisco that will give them the opportunity to be employed globally, anywhere in the world, because the certificate tendered to either Google, Facebook, WhatsApp, or any of these big firms, it will be recognized and they can gain an employment. Our society is now driving digital skills because it's a big space that we feel that if our youth are trained in, they can have they can be self-employed, or employment will not just be restricted to government jobs. So it is a very important training.
The 5-day training began with the opening ceremony on Monday, 22nd July 2024 in Makurdi, the Benue State capital.
As part of our mandate, we extend the basic ICT skills acquisition to the participants, some of whom are refugees from our neighboring country, Cameroon. And we hope that with these skills, they will be able to have a wonderful learning experience as they go through their programs of study using computers. One of the milestones we're supposed to achieve in our African Center of Excellence is impact that we make on the community. As we are mandated to encourage the use of technology in learning processes at the higher education level, we hope that this exercise will empower the participant to be able to use technology in their learning endeavors. We do encourage you to participate all through, so that at the end you will actually achieve all the goals stated in the concept note for this workshop. On behalf of my boss, Professor Olufemi Peters, Vice Chancellor of National Open University of Nigeria, I hereby declare this workshop open.
IT essentials are necessary for everyone. We don't need to be a novice on the use of computers and emerging technologies that are ongoing to acquire that dexterity that are needful for their effective use, effective manipulation, and also to be able to repair their computer. Visualization is another important aspect of skills in IT. This particular training will afford all the participants to be able to organize their data on the system so as for them to report factually and physically for people to actually look at. Also, troubleshooting of systems is also an essential skill that our participants need to have. Their exposure to this workshop will enable them to actually acquire what it takes for them to get to troubleshoot software problems on their system, hardware problems on their system, and for them to be able to install all the operating systems that are available for them.
Day 2 followed with an intensive networking practical trainings.
Explain to that camera of what he's doing. The casing. We are taking out the casing from the casing, the system unit. And because these are sharp edges, you want to go upwards, you drop it like this. Then here we have the. Okay, so after taking it off, the next thing you're supposed to do is to discharge yourself using the EFD device. So you fix it and then you click on the system to make sure that the charges resident are discharged before you continue. So I will do it and my group members will do it too. So I will lose the knot. So my colleague is supporting it so that it will not fall off.
And the one connecting the power cable. We make sure all of them are intact. So afterward now, we can close the system with the cover.
My name is Nti Petra Bongjo from this precious Center of Excellence. Yesterday we went through some modules and one of them was networking. And we went for that to try and be able to connect the different network cables that we do have. And at some point we were introduced to two types of network cables and how to connect them. So we are going to be dealing with type A because the other group is going to be working on type B. So the very first thing is we're going to be very interactive. Abraham is going to be taking the other side while Dennis is going to be taking the other side. So we're going to clip the cables to expose the wires inside, so that we can be able to couple them properly. So he has done that. The same thing is going to be done on the other end of the cable. And since this is type A, right? This is called an RJ45. It's all networking language and jargons.
After this?
Correct.
We're going to use the clip to defeat this one side that the cables cannot cannot get out of energy.
Very good. So that sound means that it has been properly done.
Members, we learned a lot from day one, and yes, talking about type B. So first of all, then you are now going to straighten the wires. In fact, we have like 4 twisted wires here, and we are now going to remove them and straighten them off.
Don't usually pay very much.
We're taught basic computer repairs and troubleshooting. And as you see, we demonstrated there, we're taught how to lose the computer, how to disassemble the computer, and the various parts of a computer that can be worked on.
I've learned so much. I learned a lot about software applications that will really help you perform better with your mobile phones. I learned about software applications you need to that will help you manage your space, manage applications in your laptop, your devices. Before now, I actually was wondering how some large files are being managed, some large informations as it concerns schools like SEPTA. I was wondering how they get our informations, but with the courses we handled today, I've come to realize that there is actually a device called the hypervisor where large files can be stored. And then for my mobile device, I've learned to keep it more secured. With the information I've gotten here, I believe I will do better with my digital security and all that.
And subsequently day 3 and 4 with teaching on security and IT professionals.
The file is there as just a simple Microsoft Word file, but in an image form, so you can't even open it to see whatever it is until you power out. I hope we can connect this thing and you see how all of these things work.
Just wish to know, where do you save the files on the guest operating systems? Is it virtually or on the hard disk?
The same way you want to install Microsoft Word, and it's asking you where is the directory you want to use. So you may choose to use your program files, and you have program file _86_64 for 64-bit system and for 32-bit system. So it will ask all of those questions. So usually I put my own in my download folder. So I check the property of the file by everybody, or the person that owned it, release it for modification. Then closed source are proprietary software operating systems, like Microsoft.
It is good to have all these technical details and apply it to your own area of specialization. I cannot ask them to come and be teaching you food packaging and food processing. They don't even know it. If I ask my sister then I come and talk about food processing.
I am an instructor for Cisco. Then at the same time we came around here today for this week to teach the food science and post-harvest research students on how technology can enhance their performance as a researcher, and secondly, as somebody that is into food, post-harvest technology, and at the same time food research. And the importance of the class of what we need today is telling them the varieties of the technology that are beyond the use of basic computer system, talking from servers where data are being stored, where simulations can be done, to the personal computer, which makes them the client, the user of those information that are stored on the server, and at the same time how their phone interacts with the internet and how to maintain security on their devices. As a scientist, number one, and number two, as a researcher, and number three, as an elite that utilizes technology to enhance their research works.
They call me Sholo Alabram. I'm a South Sudanese pursuing my MSc in food chemistry, Benue State University. This is day the third day of the training on IT brought by Acetel. This training is very important because it is on the operation of the gadget that we usually handle and how to maintain them, which is very important because we are always with the computer, with our phones, and it is very important for us to know how they can help us beyond what we are doing, typing only and calls. So that is what I've learned about the training, and it is very important. And if it can be extended to more people, such that they know about the gadget that they are usually handling, how to maintain them, how to operate them, then it's going to be very important.
This training has been very useful and important to me, especially in my field as a biostatistician. I've been taught how to use the system to do a lot of things on my own web. We were taught how to disassemble and assemble a system, how to use the cloud to save data, how to solve some minor problems on our own.
My name is Nti Bertrand Bongjo. So the first day was some sort of an introduction to what enhanced learning is all about, using IT and the rest. And we were introduced to operating systems and how to go about them. So yesterday was day 2, wherein we were introduced to internet or networks and then internet connectivity. Very interestingly, we were taught to connect our internet lines or cables such that it was very practical and people could see whether they have passed or they did not pass. And also, yesterday, just like the day before, we had some uncoupling and coupling back of PCs or personal laptops. Yes, so with that is also very important because laptops or PCs are those things that we use in order to do these internet connections. So today we are talking about virtualization and cloud computing. And this is something that is very important in today's world because the gadgets we have, even if they do have space, most times we cannot always access them. And just like one of the facilitators was saying, you need to have something secure somewhere. And these servers will help us. This cloud computing will help you to always have your information, especially the most important ones, at any time you want to have.
I've learned a lot in this day 3 of the IT Essential Training. I've learned about visualization and computing cloud, whereby we will be taught of how to use other software apart from the Windows software in operating systems. I've learned also about how to carry out and settings and other things on the computing system.
I am Asia Oluwateniola. I am one of the students attending this program presently, and I am very grateful for the opportunity to be a participant because I've learned so much about cybersecurity. I've learned that I can actually have multiple laptops on one laptop just by having an iPad, and for my phone or for my PC I can have an iPad B to load other operating systems on it. I've also learned about cybersecurity even on my phone, knowing that there are other things I can do on my phone beyond calling and receiving calls. Because of this program, I'm really grateful.
The IT training is beyond simply understanding digital tools. It goes on in fostering creativity, advocating for policies that support digital inclusivity, access and resilience.
Vice accordingly when what to check or sometimes because we fear to go to a physical vendor when you're purchasing this. And you go to an online vendor, you check the specifications of the device, then find out that those specifications are no longer there when you have them.
The process of refurbishing those systems, the drivers for this thumbprint and other this thing will not be there. So you need to install those drivers. If they bring out a new devices, you understand, they tend the population is to return the previous version of that device to the company. So what the company used to do now, they will refurbish that and shift it to me and you. Right? So in the process of republishing, you find out that these drivers, you understand, are missing.
Our collaborator and active partner, the director and management of CEFTA, who really accepted our request when we brought this idea. They were able to give us the assurance that the training we hold. Our center students, the participants of this training, my director, who would have loved to be here physically, still was calling every moment during the training, calling me, and we are discussing how the training was going. He's actually very, very happy with all of us and bid me to really appreciate you. Yes, we have undergone the training, IT essentials, and some of the things that we have been exposed to, there are some things that we have known, but the majority of them are alien to you. But as our secretary of the center said, you are not the same. Who you were on Monday before the beginning of commencement of this training. From the feedback we got from you this morning, it means that it has really impacted in your life. And as I told you that we have given you the foundation, then we really need to build on that.
We want to say that the center is very happy to have the Open University choose to come all the way from the headquarters of Nigeria, the beautiful city of Abuja. You had to leave all that fine flyovers to come down here and hold this very beautiful workshop with the intention to add value to what we do on the whole. And we feel honored that of all universities in the country, we opted to work with Benue State University and CEFTA in particular. For all the participants, it is our hope that you learned something significant in the last few days. For those of us who are teachers, trained teachers, we believe that learning has not taken place until there is a change in behavior, or a change in attitude, or a change in action. So, we really hope that the last few days that you had in this place, everything that you learned, something touched your spirit, something touched your soul, something touched your mind, something touched your head, and you made some decisions, responsible decisions, that in your work, in your activities going forward, every single thing that you learned in the last few days would add value to what you do.
I want to appreciate the facilitators who impacted these ICT skills into these learners. I hope you were able to learn as the center leader, through the center secretary have said. You have something to work on. Hands-on is what will bring almost perfection to your ITC operations. So now, this is just the basic, and I think we can use AI to keep improving on it. you are simply the best, and you are the reason why we are here. That's why I started with you, so that you know that we take you seriously. We appreciate our host, Professor Elapo, for hosting us on behalf of Rufemi Peters, our own Vice Chancellor. We thank the center, Professor Bernard, for giving us this wonderful edifice and making sure that we stay here very comfortable. So we appreciate our governor and the governor of Benue State, Reverend Father Dr. Isaac Malia, for making Makodi a very peaceful place where learning can take place.
It has empowers these students on the BSU sector to become architects of change, forerunners of opportunities, and leaders of tomorrow's digital revolution.